Hey guys, welcome back. This is Jax on our channel, The Jaxster. And as you can see, we're on our tutorial world, and we're going to do the mud bamboo farm that I've been talking about. Lossless farm. I've been doing a little testing. Um, Not as great as I was hoping, but it's still better than just doing a basic farm. Even the mud farm is much better than doing a basic bamboo farm with putting it on the bamboo on dirt or anything else because of the new hopper interaction. Uh, so let's go take a look at that. If you didn't know, in 1.20, they changed the hoppers so that anything that is less than a full block, when an item falls on it, uh, the hopper will suck it up. Kind of like Minecraft hoppers have a extended range. They extended the range a little bit on the hopper, so that's great for everybody. Even with if you put slabs on a hopper and something falls on top of it, the slab, the hopper will pick it up now. So that's awesome. So I've done about an hour test. I've done like 5 hours of test, and it keep coming up the same thing. For an hour, we're getting almost a stack and a half out of this farm. The best farm that you can build is stack in 18, just about. So it's about a little bit less, 10 items or so less, 16. This is the farm just doing mud without the water pressing in and everything. So it's a pretty good farm. So if you don't want to do this, I'm going to leave a copy of the world with this farm and the farm that we're going to build today in a world. So make sure you check the description for the link for that. But we're going to build this farm here. And like I said, it works pretty good. I thought I might be able to get a few more than that. So let's see, 28 more than a stack. And what do we get over here? And this is an hour time frame, about 10 more. That's kind of what I could consistently see. I've done a bunch of tests, putting them in these chests and stuff and comparing them. But so I'm not going to bore you with that. We'll just get on with the farm. So like I said, you can build it with any kind of blocks you want. The one thing that you will need to do if you want to use the water part with this dispenser is this needs to be built, and it has to be built exactly like that. And I'll show you how to build it here when we build it. But if you're on a server or something, it may change. The redstone may need to be a little bit different. But the reason for that is so that we get like a double redstone signal coming out of here. So it shoots the water out, and it shoots it out long enough that it reaches to the end, and then retracts it. So because if there's water on the bamboo, it will not grow. Also, the other thing, you want to make sure everything grows up to a mature stock, because if you just have the regular bamboo, let me show you this. This is important. So I didn't put any bamboo in here. You will need your 8 bamboo to start out with. So let's just go ahead and break this one. But if you plant your bamboo here, and it's this, just like this, the water will wash it away. But if you got a mature stock, let's see, like this, even if it's one high, it's okay. The water won't wash that away. All right, so that's important to know. So let's go ahead and fix that back. All right, so here's the items that you're going to need. Not counting the bamboo, we'll need 8 of those. But so the redstone components, a button is a optional item if you want it, and I'll show you how you can use the button here in a minute. 9 pistons, regular pistons, not sticky pistons. 1 dispenser, 13 redstone dust, 2 redstone repeaters, 9 observers, 9 hoppers, a water bucket for the dispenser, 2 chests, about 64 building blocks of your choice. 19 glass is what I'm going to be using in this build. You could replace those with something else. You will need the 8 mud. And if you don't know how to do mud, all you do is, you don't have to go get it somewhere. You can get 8 dirt and take a water bottle and right click on it, the dirt with the water bottle, and you'll get mud. So you need to do that like 8 times. 15 jack-o'-lanterns. Jack-o'-lantern is just a pumpkin that's been use the shears on it, right click on it, and then you can combine it in a crafting bench with our crafting table with some torches, regular torches. And then you'll need your 8 bamboo. Okay, so let's go ahead, and as you can see here, lossless bamboo mud farm, and I'm saying I. So let's break that, grab all the items up. Uh, I would always tell you to build your redstone in a chunk, and that's what I did. I laid out chunks here. If you don't have a chunk or way to measure it, it's not too big a deal. It won't end the world here. But if you do and you get the edge, I want to come over. This is actually, you could build in this too, but I'm going to come over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and go down two more, and we'll put our chest. Let's change this mode here. Then we're going to dig down 2 again for 9 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. The reason why we're doing 9 is because we're going to build over the top of the first one. So let's get our hoppers, and just need to shift click into these, and they're all going into the next one each. So you're going to have 9 hoppers going into each other. And if you're not sure if they're working right, if you place them right, you just drop an item in the end one, and if it follows and it gets into the chest here at the end, then you know you're good. Just like that. Okay, so that's our 9 hoppers. Next, let's grab our mud up and put it down. We don't want it at the first one. We want it in the last 8 here. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab our building blocks. And just to make it look nice, we're going to take this out here, and we're going to replace these blocks. If you don't want to do that right now, you don't have to do it. The same way here. And then we're going to cover the top of this hopper so nothing else gets into it. Okay, so we're doing good. Again, let's take our building blocks and we're going to surround the mud. And we'll go ahead and do here too. You could replace that one with glass or regular blocks right there. So next, let's get our pistons. And you say 9 pistons. Well, we have 9 pistons. We're only at 8 stalks of bamboo we're building. Well, we're going to do this one down here. This kind of helps because sometimes you'll get a stalk down here in the bamboo that will get stuck here, and this helps take care of that. Let's go ahead and replace our bamboo so it can start growing. And like I said, this first one, actually you want all of them to be mature blocks. So if you have 16 spare bamboo, go ahead and get them to the mature stock growth area. And that way we don't have any problems. Don't do that. I'm just breaking them down here again so we can kind of start with them and you can see everything that's going on. All right. So next we'll kind of do the standard thing. We'll put our observers. You come around from the back. That's how observers are placed. And you just replace these, place these down. Then next we need to get our regular building blocks again, whatever block you want to use. Place that around. Let's go ahead and come up 2 more here. And then you could, let's go ahead and do these glass. You don't have to, but I think it looks a little bit better if you do. And then from the outside, we'll build up and come across. We have something like that. I think that looks good. Let's go ahead and place our button. Like I said, if you don't want the button on here, that's not a big deal, but it needs to be so that if you press it, it comes back here to this redstone. So from there, we can go ahead and place part of our redstone here. Now this is where we're going to come into this circuit. And so to make it, let's go ahead and replace blocks out like this. Let's see. Actually, let's put our dispenser next. And actually, we're not going to have 2 dispensers here because this would cause problems with the water. That's what I forgot to tell you guys. All right, so that's why we only have 9 total, because we're going to have 6 here, and then we're going to use 3 over here. So at this location, sorry about that, guys, if we already placed it. So that's how that works here. And then we need the building blocks. So we'll come back from the back of the piston, come around, And so what you're going to have now, we're going to build this circuit. Let's see. I think we're going to need to come out 3 like that. Right. So your first observer is going to be looking at the redstone, and we'll have one that's looking at that one. The redstone will be coming out of it, and it'll be on 3 ticks. This repeater that we place here. So that's 1 tick, 2 tick, 3 tick. If you go all the way back, it's 4 ticks. So it needs to be on 3. That's important. Next, we're going to put another observer here, and it needs to be facing it, not up. So the face needs to be looking. And if you accidentally hit that, reset that back to 3 ticks. So the face is coming looking like this. So we have the signal going to be coming out of the back. And this is where we're getting our double redstone into the dispenser to let the water out and then retract it back in out of the bucket. Okay. Next, we need to have another repeater on 3 ticks again, also, and then our final 2 redstone. Okay, that's the hard part, guys. We get all that done. That's the hard part. Next, we'll get our jack-o'-lanterns. And yeah, okay. I want to make sure I was building that right over there. So, and then we could put a jack-o'-lantern up here in front just for some extra light. It's up to you. That is it counted. Those are counted in the 15, so that's good. And then I'm looking if I put anything on the top here. Looks like I just put it over the top of it. So next, I think we got our redstone done. We need to put our bucket of water in here. And then we can, do we put glass over here? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah. We'll just put glass down through here. And then we'll come across, and every other one we'll put a jack-o'-lantern again for more light. We can use glass across here if you want. We don't need that down there though. And so, like I said, every other one. The light level just does seem like it does make a difference. Sometimes it seems like the crops do, and sometimes it doesn't. But so you could put, I think the amount of glass here I'm using a regular building blocks, but you can put whatever you want. So from here, it's done. We're just waiting for it to grow. Sometimes you will get this one to grow up a little farther and get to the max growth that you're allowed. If you want to extend these up a little bit, these last 3, you can. So what I'm saying here is, if you want to make sure that bamboo is growing as high as it can, you can extend it. Shouldn't go higher than 2 above it. So something like that. And then we could probably just come up here like this. And then you do want to block it in so the bamboo don't go flying out. Because the whole point of this farm is to make sure you're getting the maximum amount of the bamboo that you should. It's lossless, right? So every time that harvest, you get a bamboo. So from here, the redstone, what we're doing on here, every once in a while, if you want to clear something or something acts funny, because it can happen just the way the redstone works, you can press this button and you'll see the water go out. If it does that again because of the double, it's because of this button strength, the power strength of it. Just press it again. Wait for it to finally do it. Don't press it twice in a row. Just do it once. And that's the reason why we don't put any of the observers in these last 2, because it can interfere with the water. The water can interfere with those. And then you'll get that loop of redstone where it just keeps going over and over. So if you did place 2 observers here, you really need to remove them, or remove this circuit here with the dispenser, because it'll be a problem for you. Okay, guys, the video's been pretty long for a tutorial, usually for me. So I'm going to leave it here. We can take a look at real quick kind of what we've got since I've been talking. So there's 30 in that one. And here's the basic one, 26. Like I said, there's not a lot of difference. But if you really want to maximize every little piece of bamboo, use this circuit here, and that will do it for you. Okay, it's kind of what I said in the community post. Make sure you check out my community post over there too, because a lot of times I'm talking about things that I'm doing, something that's going on, an event or whatever. But yeah, there we go. So we just got this one. We've got 5 in it already. Same thing as that one. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments. If you have suggestions, leave them down in the comments. Critiques, leave them down in the comments. Anything like that. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day. Bye.